Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another sports vlog. I know about a week late on this. As I said in my reaction video to Cupcakes HD, my basement got flooded last week. We had a really bad flood where I live, and I had a lot of water in my basement, about up to my ankle. I'm not very tall, but there's still a lot of water. We're finally cleaned out though. I had to throw some things away. Could have been a lot worse. I'm just happy to have my basement back, and I'm happy to be doing sports vlogs again. There's going to be some changes being made to these sports vlogs. For starters, I'm going to start dating them. As in, you're going to see like that little square thing that pops up in a lot of these. I'm going to put the date in there that I record them. So, like, let's say, let's see, next Friday is the 29th. So, if I record, if I were to record my next sports vlog on the 28th or 27th, I guess it doesn't matter, you would see August 27th, 2014. Uh, I want to make that clear because I watched my last, I think it was my last vlog, and um, I don't know which one it was, but I watched it and I was saying stuff like, yesterday this happened, yesterday, and it really wasn't yesterday, it was like a couple days ago, and I know that can be a little confusing, so I'm going to start putting a date up in the corner, uh, saying when these were recorded, just to kind of make it easier on myself and for everybody else. Also, for this one in particular, since I missed last week, I will cover everything from last week and this week. I'm going to do like a double vlog. All right, let's get started. Uh, okay, second preseason game for the New England Patriots. They beat the Philadelphia Eagles 42-35. I caught some of the game. I didn't really watch too much. Really happy to see the Patriots winning. Ryan Mallett didn't play in his game. Tom Brady did. He threw a pick and a touchdown. So that's all right. And tonight they beat the hell out of the Panthers, 30-7. I did catch some of it. Again, defense looked pretty good, and I actually stopped watching it for the Tigers game, which is at the time I'm recording is still going on. That was a bad idea, but we'll get to that later. Also, Jarrell Worthy, who was acquired by the Patriots in a trade with the Packers, he's a defensive lineman, really good one too. And Jeremy Gallen, who was drafted by the Patriots out of Michigan, he's a wide receiver. They're both cleared to practice after passing their physicals. This was all last week. Really happy to hear. Also, I just found out recently that Jim Kelly is now cancer-free. If you guys remember, Jim Kelly was diagnosed with, I believe, oral cancer, and he had I think he had to get some of his jaw removed. I'm not 100% sure, but I know he was going through chemo. That must have been hell. Jim Kelly is a legend. I'm a Patriots fan. I know he played for the Bills, but I got a lot of respect for some legends, and Jim Kelly is definitely one of them. Jim, really glad to hear that you pulled out. You're an inspiration to a lot of people. Also, the Detroit Lions won preseason game tonight, 13-12 against the Jaguars. I don't remember last week. I think they lost to the Raiders at the very last second. I did again catch some of that. They looked all right for the most part, but kind of sucks that they lost. But whatever, it's preseason. It is what it is. I'm not too angry. I'm really proud of both the Lions and the Patriots right now. I'm gonna close football out with that. All right, I got a ball jersey on. So let's talk some baseball. Rob Manfred was elected the 10th commissioner of MLB last week. I knew Bud Selig was retiring, and I had heard rumors that Tigers general manager Dave Dombrowski was actually going to become the next commissioner. I remember hearing that like last year. I was happy for him, but at the same time, I was kind of hoping it wouldn't be true because I do like Dave Dombrowski. He's built a really good Tigers team, but unfortunately, the Tigers are really underperforming right now. But I'll get to that in a minute. Rob Manfred, I don't really know much about him, so I'm looking forward to learning more about him. Bud Selig, I liked him as commissioner. I'm going to miss him, but I'm definitely optimistic for the future. Now, I mentioned that the Tigers have been underperforming, and their struggles have been so bad that as of right now, they are sitting behind the Royals by a game and a half, and by the end of the night, it's probably going to be 2.5 games. I'm going to be honest with you guys. It is really getting hard for me to watch games anymore because I'm sick and tired of watching this. They're getting so close at a World Series. They've made it to 2 World Series in my life, 2006 and 2012, and they lost both of them. They only won one fucking game between those 2 World Series. And now they have the kind of team that can more than win a World Series, and they're struggling to take the AL Central. I do not want to see the Tigers going as a wild card team. Fuck that shit. I am sick and fucking tired of hearing about the Royals or I should say the first place Royals. I'm sick of hearing it. Tigers, Detroit Tigers, if you see this, anybody on that fucking team or in that fucking staff sees this video, wake the fuck up and start winning games again. We are craving a World Series, and you can't win one by losing all the time. Wake the hell up. Now, I got to calm down a little. I want to talk about something good. Rick Porcello became the 4th pitcher under the age of 26 to get 75 career wins. This past Thursday, I believe. No, excuse me, this past Wednesday, he pitched a complete game shutout. His 3rd one of the season against the Tampa Bay Rays. And now he joins Clayton Kershaw, CC Sabathia, and Felix Hernandez as the 4th pitcher under the age of 26 to get 75 career victories, as I just pointed out. I used to be really hard on Porcello. I used to give him a hard time, like, oh, he sucks, he doesn't get nothing, he ain't doing nothing for the Tigers, he's the fat of the rotation. I'm going to say it right now, I was wrong. He's a pitcher with a high ground ball ratio, and last year the Tigers didn't really have a solid defense. Miguel Cabrera playing 3rd, Prince Fielder playing 1st, not a good combo. Castellanos, not really like the greatest 3rd baseman, but he's better than Cabrera, I guess. I don't really know, but the defense is a lot better this year. But right now, they are struggling really bad, and that brings me to something else. Joe Nathan had an outburst against Tigers fans. He did the gesture, this, which means fuck you in Italian. He was doing that to the fans, and earlier this week, he said something about like demanding respect, like, because it's not as easy as it looks, and Phil Koch, everybody in that bullpen, they're all busting their asses, blah, blah, blah. You know what? I don't give a shit. You're being paid $20 million for 2 years. Potentially 3 years, because they have a vesting option for a 3rd year. You're being paid a lot of money, and you're fucking everything up, and you're going to bitch at the fans like it's their fault? No, Joe. You want us to like you? Start getting saves. You were brought in to this fucking team to get saves, to be a closing pitcher. And you've blown 6 fucking saves. You want respect, dude? Earn it. Tigers, you want to win a World Series? Start winning. Okay, it's quite enough of that. Let's talk some hockey. The Red Wings gave Ken Holland, the general manager, a 4-year extension. Say whatever you want about Ken Holland. I think he is a good GM. He did, He's been like the forerunner for this 23-year playoff streak. And in his time as general manager, the Wings have made it to 6 Stanley Cup finals and won 4 of them. And keep in mind, now I know it wasn't all him in this. Scotty Bowman was a great coach. Mike Babcock's been really good. Ken Holland, yeah, maybe some of the moves he made this past offseason have been questionable, but I still think he's a good GM. I'm still going to give him a chance. I mean, he's got to be doing something right because he's got some of the best scouting I have ever seen. The guy knows his hockey, and I'm not going to argue with it. So I'm happy we got him for another 4 more years, and I hope in that time we win another cup or 2. That'd be awesome. More good news. The Wings are expected to sign Daniel Alfredsson. He was on the team last year, and I know I said in a previous vlog, no Daniel Alfredsson, no playoffs last year. I stick by that. I still think it's true. I will always think it's true. And I think he deserves to come back to Detroit for at least another year, maybe 2. I've heard that's the most they're going to give him is like a 2-year extension because he is really old. He does have some back issues, so you don't want to lock him up for a good long time. So whatever, it is what it is. But I would love to see Daniel Alfredsson back. I think he's a vital role in the Red Wings going forward. I really want to see him come back, and trust me, he is doing all kinds of shit just to try and get back to Detroit. He said he would move to the state of Michigan. He has said if the Red Wings aren't going to offer him a contract, he's retiring. He's not going back to Ottawa. He's not going to go to Boston. Boston offered him a contract last year, and he turned it down to play for the Wings. That says a lot, that he chose Detroit over Boston. Boston is definitely a cup-contending team. Detroit is considered a rebuilding process. I think Daniel Alfredsson has more than earned another chance to play in a Wings jersey for at least another year. Ken Holland, make it happen. Before we wrap this up, I want to mention that the United States is tearing it up in the FIBA tournament, which is basketball. When I saw the roster and I saw like Kevin Durant pulled out, I'm not sure if LeBron James is playing. I don't think he is. I was kind of worried, but they got such great players on that team. Derrick Rose being one of them. James Harden, all those guys. The U.S. has a stacked team, and they are just tearing it up right now. There's really not a doubt in my mind. The United States is probably going to win the whole thing. Last thing I want to cover. Last week, Tony Stewart hit and killed a 17-year-old driver. I think he was 17. Now, whether he did it on purpose or not is questionable. I've seen the video, and at first I thought it was intentional, that he was trying to hurt him. I don't think Tony Stewart intended on killing the kid, but in all fairness, the kid probably shouldn't have ran out in the middle of the track because he was trying to stop Tony Stewart, but probably wasn't the best idea to run out in the middle of the track. Nonetheless, I feel really sorry for the kid and his family. I'm not sure what his name is, but I just want to say that my thoughts, condolences, sympathies, everything are with his family. Tony Stewart has not raced at all since, and I don't think he will. The guy, Tony Stewart's got to feel like total crap. NASCAR outlined a rule about disabled cars on the track because of this, so that's good. NASCAR is trying to take future precautions. Kind of reminds me of when Dale Earnhardt died in that car accident. He wasn't wearing the proper safety thing that would have kept his neck from breaking. So now every driver has to wear that because of that. So I'm not a big NASCAR fan. I honestly don't like NASCAR at all. I think it's boring, but it is good to see that they are trying to make their sport safe. Well, guys, that's all I have for you today. It was a lot of work to try and cover up cover 2 weeks of, things that happen in sports. I'm sure I missed a lot of stories. Uh, you know, um, but you gotta understand, there's been a lot going on in my house. We just got the basement all cleared out, and life is good again. Guys, have a great day. If you like what you see here and you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. This is Cujo06241, signing out.